Hello friends! In this video you'll see how the actors of the shark horror film series Jaws have changed. You'll know their real names and age. I will show you how they looked then and what's with them now. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Let's go! Brody holds the position of Amity Island sheriff and is also Michael's father. He's often approached by people with all kinds of problems, is able to multitask and tries to remain attentive. Who died in 2008 of myeloma disease. Hooper Richard Dreyfuss is one of the members of the Oceanic Institute who was called to help on the Amity. He has an extensive knowledge of the different types of sharks, their structural features, and the nature of their bites. He is not used to let things go. Wang is the head of Amity's municipality. He knows how to conscientiously approach his duties, organize various kinds of events, but sometimes he doesn't take danger seriously enough. Played by Murray Hamilton, who died in 1986 of lung cancer. Hendricks works at the local Amity police station and reports to Martin Brody. He runs all the errands for his superiors, dealing with minor offenses, but can become somewhat impressed with the occurrence of serious incidents. He was played by Jeffrey C. Kramer. Quinn is a local shark hunter who knows his stuff and also makes his own brandy clandestinely. He knows how to attract attention to himself, speak to the point, and can be somewhat self-confident. Played by Robert Shaw, who died in 1978 of a heart attack. Meadows is one of the residents of Amity Island who is a journalist and is often at Wan's company. He has a knack for highlighting important information and, up to a certain time, fully shared the mayor's position on the shark. He was played by Carl Gottlieb. Michael Brody is closely related to Sean and is also one of Martin and Ellen's children. He loves to go on swings with his brother, as well as swimming together and just going for walks. Played by Chris Ribello, who died of a heart attack in 2000. Ellen Brody, Lauren Gary, is married to Martin and is the mother of Michael and Sean. She likes to correct her husband at times when he mispronounces, but genuinely cares for him, both for his health and his rest. She also loves spending time with her children. Peterson owns a hotel on Amity Island and is also Ellen's employer. He knows how to communicate and interest people, but doesn't like to be disrespected. He prefers to smoke cigars. Played by Joseph Mascolo, who died in 2016 of Alzheimer's disease. Tina Ann Dusenberry is in a romantic relationship with Eddie Marchand. She is a pretty girl who is cheerful and loves to spend time with friends and her boyfriend. But the tragic events can take their toll on her, as she doesn't have an iron psyche. Dr. Elkins is an expert on the ocean and its inhabitants, who has been called in by Brody to study the body of a killer whale. She's a rather serious woman who doesn't like idle talk, played by Colin Wilcox, who died of a brain tumor in 2009. Mike had a romantic interest in Jackie and was also good friends with Andy. He's not too happy when his father forbids him to do something and can sometimes do exactly the opposite. Mike has a good relationship with his younger brother, played by Mark Gruner. Andrews is a resident of Amity and also knows Mike and his friends well. He does what he does to teach diving classes, is able to give clear instructions, and has a good reaction time. Played by Barry Coe, who died of myelodysplastic syndrome in 2019. Andy had a good friendship with Mike. He often said what he thinks and always tried to be supportive of his friend. Andy likes to make fun of others on occasion, can steer a sailing boat well. He has blonde curly hair. The role is performed by Gary Springer. Jackie is related to Brooke and also had a mutual romantic interest in Mike. She loves to spend time with friends, have fun, and also go boating. Jackie is not known for being particularly bold when it comes to dangerous situations. She was played by Donna Wilkes. Mike Brody has a relationship with Catherine, with whom he works at SeaWorld. He is responsible for monitoring and maintaining the existing logs and reporting emergencies. He's good at navigating watercraft and is also a good driver. He was played by Dennis Quaid. Philip Fitzroy is quite a well-known personality. He's a photographer and he is also an expert in oceanography. He is somewhat cocky and thinks he can do a lot of things. He smokes cigarettes. Played by Simon McCorkindale, who died of cancer in 2010. Sean Brody, John Putch, is Mike's only brother and has a very warm relationship with him and visits him time after time. He likes to play the games of push and considers himself the best at it. He often wears a cowboy hat and watch on his left hand. Jack Tate is paired with Philip Fitzroy to catch sharks. He's self-confident and doesn't like to go into details. His characteristic feature is an injured left eye with a scar that crosses the eyebrow. He was played by P.H. Moriarty. Catherine Morgan is in a loving relationship with Mike and is also one of the SeaWorld staff. She specializes well in aquatic inhabitants, their environment, and is good at finding a rapport with them. She's good-natured and easygoing, played by Bess Armstrong. Kelvin Bouchard, Louis Gossett Jr., is the general manager at the SeaWorld Entertainment Center. As a rule, he communicates with the public and, first of all, focused on bringing profit to the center, which is why he doesn't always heed the advice given to him. Kellyanne Bukowski is a SeaWorld employee who holds the position of skier and also gets along well with Mike and his girlfriend. She is confident, quite brave, and somewhat funny. Kelly had a romantic interest in Sean Brody. She was played by Leah Thompson. Michael Brody is the husband of Carla, with whom he raises Thea. He is a fairly resilient man. He can still let his emotions out, but not in plain sight. Michael is a fairly goal-oriented and empathetic person. He has a beard, played by Lance Guest. Jake knows Michael Brody well and works with him to help track the movements of some of the ocean residents. He can be a bit restless and overly talkative, but he can also be fun and also entertains others with his hair. The role is played by Mario Van Peebles. Carla Brody is Michael's spouse as well as Thea's mother. She tries to always support her loved ones in difficult moments when she can help and is able when necessary not to interfere at the right moment. Wears stud earrings with stones, played by Karen Young. Hoji, Michael Caine, was a romantic interest for Ellen Brody. He's an excellent pilot and mostly flies on a charter plane. Hoji has a stoic nature, is quite good-natured and cheerful, differs in sociability and understanding. Lizzie is Jake's sweetheart and is good with the Brody family. She is cheerful, often goes to visit friends, supports them at important events, or tries to morally help them in difficult situations. Likes to wear weighty earrings sometimes, played by Lynn Whitfield. Sean Brody is Thea's own uncle. He followed in his father's footsteps and became a police officer, but maintains a positive and cheerful disposition. He often likes to taste ingredients before they are added to a dish. The role is played by Mitchell Anderson. Chrissy, Susan Backlini, had a mutual romantic attraction to Tom. She is not a cowardly person and often likes to smile and participate in campfire gatherings. She was one of Amity's campers, and that is where she died after a shark attack. Can swim well. Mr. Witherspoon commissioned Carlo Brody to make a special memorial sculpture for the Bahamas tourists. He is able to speak quite well in public, but still often uses paper clues during his speech. Wears a mustache. The role is performed by Melvin Van Peebles. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please share it on social networks, like it, and of course subscribe to the channel.